Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. My name is Alexandra Grigore, and tonight I have the pleasure to be your host. I'm already seeing some of you saying, where are you guys coming from? From Dublin. I'm saying hello from Romania, Bucharest. Where are you guys coming from? I'm waiting for your answers on the chat. Dublin. Marbella, wow. Baia Mare. Liverpool, Suceava, wow. Cluj, Romania. Oh my God, we have already people joining from London. So we are international tonight. Cluj. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Cooper Money. Where is Cooper Money coming from? London. Okay. That's interesting. From India. Wow. We have people literally from all over the world. I was telling you about myself. My name is Alexandra Grigore. I'm originally from Romania. At the moment, I'm in Romania. But just like you guys, I've been living in different parts of the world. I've been living in London, in Dubai. So I know some of the places you are guys coming from. Tonight, I'm going to be only your host, but I will have a special presenter for you. Somebody that has a lot of experience, somebody that created huge results in what you are just about to see, is a person that personally inspired me to be a better version of myself, and also the person that introduced me into this concept, the concept that you are about to see. As a background, I finished law university, but I have never been a lawyer, because I've been involved in a business similar to what you're just about to see tonight. The person that is going to present is a person that has more than 15 years experience. He created huge impact around the world. He created a team of over 100,000 people all over the world. He made his first million out of this industry before he was 30. But to be honest, what I like the most about this person is how he's building the teams around the world. He's building everything from his heart. He's also the creator of a spiritual project, and he hugely believes that success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. He's building it from the heart, and with his heart, he's giving it to everybody. In front of you tonight, he's going to show you the project that changed my life and the life of so many other people. In front of you, thank you very much, Razvan Dinca.
Thank you so much, Alexandra. Hello to everyone. We have so many people from around the world. So first of all, I want to thank Alexandra. She's such a beautiful human being and one of the best leaders in Romania, and actually not just in Romania, but all around the world. She had a huge impact also for me starting, although let's say she started up through my introduction to our dear friend Luminica, but she's built an awesome team. She has hundreds of people in her community, and it's so amazing when you have find people that build a business with a heart and soul, not just for the money. And I'm grateful you met Alexandra, and I'm grateful you'll meet a lot of my friends tonight, because what you'll see tonight is about soul, is about friendships, is about the magic of living a life that is more beautiful, more fulfilling. And yes, in the same time, you'll see a business opportunity if you'll be open also to that part. I think tonight might be the night you have been waiting for. So first of all, before we start speaking about projects, let's get to know each other a bit. I'm deeply grateful when I see here so many people from all around the world. I was originally born in Romania, is my home country. And growing up in an ex-communist country, I remember in the 1990s, I was watching TV shows on Discovery Channel and National Geographic. And I remember I was seeing my friends, all these beautiful places from all around the world, like Bora Bora and Fiji and Hawaii and the Aurora Borealis and, safaris in Africa. And I was like, I don't know what I will do in this life, but I want to see the world. I want to explore the world. I want to meet people, make friends from around the world, from different cultures, different religions. And I guess this dream was part of me always. So when I was 19 years old, I moved to the capital of my country, which is Bucharest. I hope you will visit Romania if you haven't done it until now. And don't worry, we're not vampires. I know you heard about Dracula. We won't bite you if you come here. But long story short, being a student, I had 100 euro from my grandparents' pension for a whole month. And I realized that, Razvan, you have to be down to earth. If you want to travel, you need money, my friend. You need to be financially free. So long story short, I had the opportunity to become an entrepreneur very early. When I was 19 years old, I started my first business. It was in the restaurant business. I was bringing actually from Greece to Romania olive oil. Then I started another business in construction, which became really great in Romania. I started making early money, and obviously it was a lot of more, but I believe it was a lot of grace from God. And I believe I wouldn't be here if it wouldn't be for God's grace and support. But long story short, when I was 26 years old, that dream of mine of traveling the world, it seemed it some seeds were planted in the universe, and I believe God works in miracles. So I discovered a travel project. That happened in 2014. As I was telling you, I was 26 years old. Back then, I discovered a project that was back then the biggest travel club in the world. It was an American brand. That brand became a phenomenon all around the world with millions and millions of members. I've traveled in hundreds of destinations. I made so many amazing friends. We started this project in my home country, Romania, and then it just expanded. We had about 100,000 members in our community all around the world. It was so beautiful, my friends. I've seen the world. I made so many friends. Actually, some of the people that are here I met through our project. It was something so special. I became completely financially free until I was 30, as Alexandra was saying. But then the pandemic came, and during the pandemic, that project had some challenges, and I started focusing on two other things. On the business side, I became a consultant and a trainer for a lot of the network marketing companies. I'm working with leaders from all the companies, and to be honest, I wouldn't have imagined 1 year ago that I would come back in the industry. I wasn't really open to that. I have a real estate agency. I do all kinds of trainings, especially for sales and leadership for other corporations. And then I also build these spiritual projects, Awaken and You, where I do all kinds of retreats and events. So basically, I had nothing to do with what you will see tonight. I had no expectation on me ever building again a community in a travel project. But what happened, my friends, and I believe God works in miracles, is that at the middle of last year, a dear friend of mine introduced me again to the project I will show you tonight. So I knew this project for 5 years. So probably I'm the one that searched the most and made the research the most around this project. I met the founder of this project 5 years ago. I like the guy. We connected. I love the vision of the project, but I was really not open yet. And at that stage, to be honest, it was still at the stage of a vision, right? And I didn't want to build on vision anymore. I needed solid facts. So long story short, I think I heard about this project maybe, I don't know, 5, 7, 10 times in the last 5 years. Friends that joined the project, they were telling me, Razvan, this is amazing. This is an unbelievable concept. But I wasn't open. Even my dear friend, Luminitsa is her name. She introduced me to this project last year. Even she told me for the last 2, 3 years, Razvan, this is amazing. We can do great things, but I was still not open. So long story short, what happened? There are multiple things that happened. But last year, somewhere in the summer, I was invited as a guest speaker at that event. And at that event, I wasn't really building. I had an account there, but I wasn't officially building. But what happened at that event, my friend, is that I met some amazing people. I see here my friend Christian and Pano. Some of you guys are here. I saw there about 100 people with families, with kids. I just love the guys there, and there were so many beautiful people, and they were having such a beautiful time. Good people, quality people with great values. Having fun, bringing their families together. And at that event, I guess I kind of missed it. I realized, wow, this is something really special. This is unbelievable. It's truly a concept that is changing people's lives. So long story short, after that event, I started searching more, researching the company, researching the app. I was amazed about the services that, this company brought in the last 5 years since I first heard about it, the loyalty program, and a revolutionary travel app that I will show you immediately. I loved about how the company keeps expanding and growing around the world. So I realized it's a great business opportunity also for people. And then I started getting involved. I'm right now for 7, 8 months in this company, but I would say, although we have about 1,000 members right now in our organization, without me really being involved. And I thank God and the wonderful leaders that are here, like Alexandra, and some of them you'll meet at the end. But then I have about 1 month or so since we had an event in Romania where I really started dedicating at least a few hours every day. I will show you something that I believe will create a revolution around the world. And if after 5, 6 years I decided to come back in the industry, my friends, I really believe it's something special. It's something that has a great potential. So in the worst case scenario, you'll see an amazing app in which you can make the trips with your family if you are here and you are for the first time. In the second part, you also see a business opportunity if you're open to it. But before we start, I just want to ask you one question. Just please spend the next tens of minutes of your life, although you are here from your phones, from your laptops, in your house, in your car, whatever you are, but just please watch this information with an open heart, with an open mind, because this is something, my friends, that can truly create a positive impact, just like it in your life, like you created for me, for Alexandra, and for so many of my friends that are here with us tonight. So I will share my screen because I want to show you guys some materials. And the project I've been telling you about is already about 13 years old. The company name is MWR Life. You can search us obviously online. And what the company managed to create that is extraordinary is this revolutionary travel platform that is called Travel Advantage. Travel Advantage is also an app. You can download it on your iPhones, your Samsungs, or whatever device you are using. What is amazing is the fact that we got the most important travel licenses worldwide, which is ETOA, Atur France for the European Union, IATA. So why is that important for you? Is because when you travel with us, you have safety, my friend. And that means you don't travel, with a traditional travel agency in a corner somewhere in London or wherever you are, but it's a big company that protects you wherever you are going. Now, I was very interested if I expose my image with this company. I was obviously very exposed to the image of the company. So if you go on Google, for example, and you type Travel Advantage, you'll see, for example, on Trustpilot, we have 4.8 out of 5 rate, which means that from thousands and thousands of people traveling with us, they have some amazing experiences, my friends, and that's why they give these reviews. Now, what is unique and special? One of the things that are unique and special about the travel platform is the fact that here you have about 10 websites in a single platform. So basically, whatever you need to do in the travel industry, you'll find through Travel Advantage, in the sense that you can book hotels, you can book flights, you can book cruises, you can rent cars, you have access to activities here, you have access to some amazing trips called life experiences, and I will show you immediately what they are. You have access to an amazing lifestyle mall where basically you'll find most of the products that you already want to buy, like Gucci, Prada, I don't know, Samsung, iPhone, and so many other products. Plus, you'll have access to a revolutionary artificial intelligence technology that basically can become your own travel agent, and I will show you immediately exactly how it works. But let's take it step by step. First of all, how you'll be able to make a reservation. Let's say you want to go somewhere. Let's say you want to go to Barcelona. You just type Barcelona, you type the period where you want to go, and in a few tens of seconds, the app will first of all search through the millions of hotels we have contract with, and we work with most of the big retailers worldwide. And in the same time, the app compares you the prices with the other websites, like say, for example, Booking.com or Expedia, which are some of the most well-known booking engines all around the world. And basically what the app is trying is to give you the best price in the market. Now, let me give you some examples to understand what kind of differences you can access to Travel Advantage. Here, there are offers for 1 week. And if you look on the right side, the offers are on Booking.com. In Europe is the most used booking engine. In the US is usually Expedia. And on the left side, you see, obviously, the offers from Travel Advantage. So here we have an amazing 4-star hotel. It's in Morocco, in Marrakesh. And if you look on Booking.com, the price is about $700. With us, the same hotel, same services, obviously it's about $460 US. So you saved more than $240 in one reservation. This is another great example in the islands of Greece. It's some of the most beautiful places. In Corfu, I've been there in cruises. About $1,600 on Booking.com, about $1,300 with us, right, with Travel Advantage. So more than $350 US again, saved on a single reservation, my friend. Here is another great example. If you go to Cancun, it's again one of the most beautiful places you can go. You stay at Kempinski. Obviously, it's one of the most luxurious chain of hotels around the world. And if you see here, the price on Booking.com is about $2,480 US. With us, is about $1,713. So you save more than $700 on a single reservation. And further away you travel, or let's say in more exclusive places, the bigger will be the differences sometimes, my friends. For example, here you see a gorgeous resort, 5-star resorts in the Maldives. If you see here on booking.com is $3,600. With us is about $2,300. So you save more than $1,300 on a single reservation. Now, for the kind of personality I have, in order for me to promote something, I need to trust it 1000%, not 100%. So I made about, since I went at that trip, as I told you, I met some friends in Poiana Brașov. It was that event with 100 people. After that, I made somewhere between 15 and 20 reservations. I've saved, I had some amazing discounts, but let me give you just one example. For New Year's Eve, I was in Chamonix in France with the good friends of mine skiing there. And they paid on booking.com about $3,000. I paid about $2,300 to Travel Advantage. So I saved more than $700 in just one reservation, my friend. Now I'm getting close to $3,000 saved. I'm just talking as a member, right? Money saved just from this reservation. So it's worth it. Obviously, it's worth it. You see, we don't talk about, I know, differences of 10, 20 euro or dollars. We talk about the big differences. Now, if you're a fan of cruises, you'll be able to go in some of the most beautiful destinations where you want to go. We have contracts with most of the cruise companies, you know, MSC World America, Royal Caribbean, and most companies. We have about 20,000 itineraries every year. And I will just give you two examples. If you look on the left side up, you see there a beautiful cruise in the Greek islands. Again, if you haven't done it, it's really a must. I've been there. It's beautiful. Just Greece is amazing. And if you check the price, my friends, the whole cruise for 7 nights is $480, right? So I believe it's a pretty decent price, right? Or you see the second one, Western Mediterranean cruise. You leave from Rome and you see some of the most beautiful places, like, you know, go to Marseille, to Barcelona, and you see the price for 7 nights is $514. So again, we are talking about huge discounts. Now, how will you be able to access these services? We are a subscription-based company, and the first membership you can access is called VIP. So VIP offers you access to the platform of hotels, flights, car rentals, transfers, and activities. And for the whole services, the membership is $20 a month. So obviously it's ultra accessible. I wouldn't say it's the top membership, but if you just want to test the platform, see the results for yourself, the discounts for yourself, it's a way to test it. Now, the memberships we personally recommend are Elite plus an upgrade to Turbo. And I will show you immediately what both of them mean. So first of all, the Elite membership offers you access to the hotel's platform, but with full discounts. So you see the difference in discounts are huge compared to the VIP membership. You have access to flights, as I told you. You have access to rentals, to car rentals. And I'm just giving an example. I rented a car with the platform through enterprise companies. It was about $40 per day. And they give us an extraordinary SUV, my friend. So we're talking about beautiful, like amazing prices even here. You have access to activities, and this activities platform is amazing. So whenever you go all around the world, right, you can create an itinerary for your trip, my friends. You want to go to a museum, do a hop on, hop off, I don't know, see a flamenco show or whatever you want to do. I'm just giving you an example. The first time I have used in the Travel Advantage platform, I had a trip in September last year in the Himalayas. I was there with two friends of mine. We went to Everest until base camp. And when we came back, we went to Kathmandu. And from Kathmandu, from Travel Advantage, we rented the flight tour for 1 hour above the Himalayas, my friend. It was something unbelievable, right? Seeing Everest, Lhotse, all the 8,000 peaks. I cannot put it in words. It was so amazing. And imagine the price was somewhere between $120 to $140, right? So obviously it was ultra accessible, and these are lifetime memories. And because we are talking about lifetime memories, I also want to introduce you to life experiences. And this is what you'll have access to as an Elite member. So life experience, our VIP product. Basically, there are super trips organized all around the world. They're organized only in 4 and 5-star hotels, but very well selected. So once you go to a trip like this, it's like, wow, this was really the experience of a lifetime. And I will show you immediately what life experiences are. Plus, you have access to our lifestyle mall. And as I told you, there are over 100,000 products of some of the best brands you are already using with huge discounts. I will show you immediately how it works. You have access to cruises. You have access even to apartments and villas if you don't want to stay necessarily to a hotel, event tickets, last-minute offers. And what is one of the things that are revolutionary about Travel Advantage is our AI trip planner. So basically, I just want you to imagine how are people in our generation making reservations for their trips, my friend, creating an itinerary if they want to go somewhere. Let's say they want to go to Barcelona. So how they're creating a trip to Barcelona? Either they ask for support for a travel agent that spends a few days building an itinerary, or they do their research, right? They spend days and days on Google and they check for flights, they check for hotels, they check for activities there, and they spend obviously a lot of time and energy here. So how does the AI technology work? Let's say you want to go to Barcelona, for example, and you say, look, we're two adults and we want to take our children there and we want to stay at a beautiful hotel around Sagrada Familia. I'm just giving you an example. And we have to do some historical tours. Maybe you want to go to Sagrada Familia and the Park Gruel, and maybe you want to go to Portaventura, the fun park. Maybe you want to do also a flamenco show, a cultural experience. And basically, my friends, in about 1 minute, the AI does what you would do in days and days or at least hours on the internet. They research for the hotel, they research for the activities, they see the prices they can get, so they try to find the best prices for all these activities, and they just send the links so you can book them directly through the AI, through the Travel Advantage platform. And just think about it, my friends, right? This saves money, cost, energy for people, and so on and so forth. So we believe this will be something very revolutionary in the travel space. Now, what's also amazing about the Elite membership, you can add up to 4 travelers on your membership that have the similar benefits. You have access to a support system, and this works through the live chat, this works through email, or this works through the phone. And I couldn't mention how important it is to know someone protects you everywhere you go, my friends. I'm just giving you an example. I told you I've rented a car through our app, Travel Advantage, right? So I went in a beautiful place, and when I left that place, the car wasn't stopping anymore. Crazy. You imagine you are at 10 a.m. somewhere around the world and the car doesn't start. So long story short, I've called Travel Advantage. They were very nice. They were very kind. They put us in contact with Enterprise, right, the rental company. And long story short, in about an hour and a half, Enterprise supported us. They sent someone and they started the car. Now, let me ask you something. If you go with a travel agency or with the website, who would you call, my friend? Right? This is one of the great advantages of being part of a club, that you know you have access to support non-stop. Plus, you have access to a price guarantee that works amazingly. So, how does it work? When you're trying to book a hotel through us, I wouldn't say in all the cases, obviously, but in a big part of the cases, the price will be cheaper on Travel Advantage than on the other websites, right? But let's say you want to go to a specific hotel and you book it through Travel Advantage, and you find it cheaper on booking.com or Expedia. You just create a form, you send some print screens so they see it's the same hotel, obviously, the same period, the same services, and the club will send you the money back plus 50% more as a bonus in travel credits, which you can use on a future reservation. So basically, you know that all the time you have the best price guaranteed as a member. And if you spoke about travel credits, also you have access to an amazing travel credit system. It works basically like a cashback system. So anytime you are making a reservation or one of your 4 travelers, somewhere between 1 to 5% of the reservation comes back in travel credits, and you can use them for your future reservation. Now, how does the membership work? For all the services that I have showed you, Elite membership is $120 a month, which is about 100 something euro, more or less. And besides the fact that you are using the platform, having the discounts, the AI, and everything I showed you, this money are not a tax, my friend, but through our loyalty program, they become points. 1 point equals $1, and you can use these points for discounts on the app. You can use them for discounts on the hotels, on the flights, on the car rentals, on the activities, even for the lifestyle mall. But the biggest percentage of the loyalty points you can use in our life experience, our VIP product. And I will show you immediately exactly how it works. And if you want to access the full services of our membership, we recommend you to also have an upgrade to Elite, which is called Turbo. So you upgrade to Turbo only once in a life, and Turbo is $250, again, once in a life. And what is amazing about Turbo, my friends, is that it doubles the points every month for your Elite membership. So you still have the $120 membership, but you get double points. You get $240 in points that you can use whenever you want as discounts on the platform. So obviously, just imagine at the end of the year, you have $2,880 in points that you can use for future reservations. Now, Turbo is not a club tax, but basically with 250 US dollars, you buy 250 loyalty points. So you can use them immediately on the platform. What is also amazing is that you have access to priority for reservation for life experiences. And some of them are so good they are sold out immediately. And I will give you an example. Last year, I told you I'm doing all kinds of retreats and events. And last year, we had the first spiritual life experience in the history of the company, and we've done it in my home country in Romania. So we also had some beautiful spiritual processes connecting us to our souls, our families, with God. But more than that, we had so much fun, my friends. We had a big fire camp for the 1st of December with music, with songs. People danced, they laughed. We went to a beautiful medieval castle here in my home country in Romania. They had a medieval celebration. They fired the guns for us. It was something so special. We had about 50, 60 people coming from around the world, from Romania, from Moldova, from Ireland, from Turkey, from Belgium. It was like an international event. And the trip was so good. Imagine they put it on an event in Istanbul last year. And in 1-2 days, it was sold out immediately, my friend. So what is the advantage of being a turbo? You have access to trips before all the other members. Now, some other benefits you have as a turbo. You have extra discounts for hotels. You have the option to apply up to 100 points even for the second person that joins you in a trip. And last but not least, you have the option to change the 4 travelers. Remember, you can have 4 travelers on the membership, and you can change them every 6 months. Now, let's make a recap. If you want to become an elite member, the elite subscription is $100 monthly, and the money become 120 points, as you learned already. The activation fee for elite once in a life is 120 US dollars, and the activation for turbo once in a life is 250 US dollars. Now, what is amazing for turbo is that it automatically upgrades your first monthly fee, your first membership fee. So basically, if you sign up with 490 US dollars, you immediately get 490 loyalty points. So basically, zero risk. You can use them immediately for your next trips. Now, you are also super blessed. We have another advantage, a massive advantage. So for the last 2 months, the company gave a promotion. And at the end of the presentation, I will show you how blessed you are. If you sign up right now with Turbo, you have some amazing benefits. Now, I told you about the life experience. And this is our VIP product. And let me show you exactly what life experience are. So this is a beautiful trip, for example, in my home country. And one of the things I love with this club, I'm sure that some of you guys are here from your countries all around the world. And I saw in this project an amazing way which we can promote our countries, my friend, promote our values, promote our culture. So for example, in my home country, this is another beautiful tip, 4 days in the seaside in Romania on the Black Sea, to a gorgeous 4-star hotel recently renovated. You had breakfast, dinner, you have discount to a spa, and the trip is 480 US dollars per person for 4 days. And also you can deduct 250 loyalty points. You remember the loyalty points, right? So after you apply the points, the price is $230 for the member. Now, this is another amazing example. In Madeira, in Portugal, again, one of the most beautiful places in Europe on the seaside. You stay to a gorgeous 5-star hotel, Melia Madeira Mare. And for 5 days, my friend, with breakfast included, welcome cocktail, the price is 680 US dollars per person. And you can also deduct 280 loyalty points, right? This is another great example. This is a deluxe life experience in Costa Rica. 5 days at a gorgeous 5-star hotel, all-inclusive services, welcome dinner, welcome reception, airport transfer. You also have access to a beautiful catamaran cruise. And the price, my friend, is $600 for 5 days with all the activities included. And you can also deduct 250 loyalty points. So after you apply the points, it's 350 US dollars. Now, do we have some romantic people here? Are you romantic? Like, if you haven't been to Santorini, this is one of the most romantic and beautiful places you can ever go. I've been there a couple of times. This is a 5-day trip in September in one of the best hotels that is called Costa Gran Resort Spa. You have haltboard, you have the taxes included, and the price is 950 US dollars per person. You can also deduct 400 loyalty points, my friend. And this is, I would say, a trip of a lifetime. Actually, it's the first life experience I had outside my country with this project. It happened in January. And for 4 days we stayed. It was actually my dream to see the Aurora Borealis. We went there with about 30 friends of mine. And we stayed in a beautiful 4-star hotel just at the base of the ski slopes. with half board. We has access to the spa. And the price, my friend, was about 750 US dollars per person. You could also deduct $400 in points. And I will talk to you immediately about Lapland. It was truly a trip of a lifetime. Now, we have trips organized all around the world, right? This is we have hundreds of them. I just showed you a few examples. This is an amazing trip organized in Dubai. About 800 people going to Dubai every year in one of the most luxurious places there. We have access to the hotel with the highest pool in the world. You have a tour in Abu Dhabi, visiting the mosque. You have a safari in the desert, parties. This is such a special trip, my friends, and the price is super accessible. So I will not let the whole video go, but honestly, it's a trip of a lifetime. And what is amazing is that you can find on this app the trips that you want to access. If you want to find spiritual trips, you find spiritual trips. If you want to access sports trips, you access sport trips. If you want to go with your friends, to Dubai to have access to the parties and the events there, you go to Dubai. Like, this is a project, a club that addresses people from all around the world and offers them the experience they want. Now, I also talked to you about the lifestyle mall. So in the lifestyle mall, as I told you, we have access to more than 100,000 products of some of the most well-known brands that you are already using, like iPhone, Apple, Samsung, Gucci, Guess, Prada, Michael Kors, and some of the best brands you want to buy products from. And I will just give you a few examples. For example, on the left side, you see some shoes for men from Dr. Martens, and you see the average retail price about $300. With us, about $200. So you save more than $100 just from one reservation. Now, if you see on the right side, the Michael Kors bag, you see the backpack, the average retail price is about $900. With us, the price about $330, my friends. So you save more than $500 on a single product. Or if you want to check watch for the ladies, I know ladies love watches and bags. So you see the price here for the Fendi watch is about $1,200. With us on the website is about $340 US. So you save more than $800 on a single product, my friends. Now, I don't want you to imagine that you get these big discounts all the time. So sometimes about 5%, 10%, sometimes about 20%, 30%, but with some products, some brand, it goes up to 60, 70%, which obviously it's an amazing service. I mean, for one product, you save your membership for half a year, right? Now, with what I will show you in the next 30 seconds, this for me was the cherry on the cake, like for real. And that's when I saw the evolution of the company in the last 5 years with the loyalty program that has just been introduced last year. So how does the loyalty program work? So as you remember, if you're an elite member, you have the monthly membership and you get points, right? If you're a turbo member, you also have them doubled. So you can use the points whenever you want as discounts on the platform as I showed you. But when you have 12 months of loyalty, the company gives you an amazing opportunity and you can go to an amazing vacation at a 4 or 5-star hotel for 2 people in which you can pay only with points, my friend. And let me give you some amazing examples. This is a beautiful trip, for example, on the left side, upper left side. You see in Las Vegas, I've been there, I don't know, 7, 8, 10 times. It's an amazing place. And imagine you stay at the Fontainebleau in Las Vegas, 4-star hotel, and the price is almost $1,000 for 2 people, my friends. Or you want to go, for example, in Playa del Carmen in Mexico, right? Again, about $1,100 for 2 people. Or you want to go to Phuket, to Thailand, again, beautiful 4-star hotel, about $800 for 2 people. Or Cape Verde, Cape Green, $1,100, right? For 2 people, a gorgeous, right? 5-star hotel at Amelia. So you'll have tens of trips like this all around the world. Now, when I saw this opportunity, when I saw the loyalty program, I'm like, what do people love? I mean, they love to go in a vacation with their dear ones at least once in a year. So what is the worst case scenario? Not the best case scenario, right? What is the worst case scenario that can happen to a member? They can be a member with us. And if they're an elite member, they have $1,440 from their monthly subscription, right? They put basically $120 a month. If they're turbo, they get $2,880, so they're doubled. And in the worst case scenario, they take a beautiful trip in a 4 or 5-star hotel with their wife, their husband, their spouse, or just a friend, and have access to a trip of a lifetime, my friend. So when I saw this, I'm like, wow, like this can truly change for the better people's lives around the world and just enrich their life experience. Now, I told you for the kind of personality I have, in order for me to promote something, I need to believe in that something 1000%. So I made many, many trips. I told you I have about more than 15 reservations. But I would say the best one was in Lapland. And it happened about 2 months ago. And as I told you, my friend, it was a dream since I was a child, I think, to go and see the Aurora Borealis at the Polar Circle. So we've been there about 30 people with some of my dear friends. Some of them were with their kids, their families. For 2 nights, we've seen the Aurora Borealis. It's such an amazing, amazing experience, my friend. We're going one night to a car, and just suddenly the whole sky became green. And it's just like, it's impossible to put in words. It's like you are seeing God's creation literally right in these beautiful northern lights. And then with the kids, they went to Santa Claus Village. You can imagine in Rovaniemi what kind of experience it was for kids to go there, right? We had the huskies. We had the husky safaris. We went with the reindeer. We've done tours at the Polar Circle with snowmobiles, as you've seen there. For some of us that love skiing, we've skied for 2 days, and honestly, it was one of the most beautiful places I have ever skied. Like seeing the polar circle 360 degrees and seeing the sun coming down in the snow. It was such a trip, my friends. And literally, I was watching people's eyes many times, and their joy. And they were there with their families, their kids. And that's when it truly clicked. And I realized, like, Razvan, that's the kind of experience that you can bring in people's life with this project. And I want us to have an honest conversation, an open conversation, my friends. And I know that we're here from all around the world, but if you look at people in your country, wherever you are, like most people, literally, my friends, they became like robots. We wake up in the morning, we come back home in the evening, or we work remote, right, with our jobs, our businesses, we pay the bills, we do all kinds of things. But literally, most people are just surviving life. They're not living life anymore, my friends. So what I love about this club is the fact that it truly helps people live again, right? Hope again, travel around the world, right? And create these beautiful experiences, right? You have access to this platform and you saw the discounts, you saw the prices, you saw the benefits. Obviously, you get at least decent, if not extraordinary services with the prices that we have. And then last but not least, you have access to an amazing community, my friend. And if you want to travel alone and just use the app, that's perfect. You just get the discounts. But when I saw all these people, people from around the world, beautiful people, positive people, right? Different countries, different religions, right? Uniting together in these trips, right? Making friendships. And especially after the pandemic, more and more people will be trying to be part of beautiful communities. People that resonate with, people with high vibration, people with great, great principles, great values. So when I realized what this company brings, first of all, to people as members, I was like, wow, this is special. We can touch millions and millions of lives all around the world just through the membership. Now, there are obviously people that are just members, right? And they're enjoying the services of the company and they're having a wonderful experience here. But there are also people that see here an opportunity. Now, the business opportunity is optional, obviously. If you just want to become a member, thank you. We welcome you to our family. But if you're in a place of your life where you sit there can be room for improvement in your finances, in your freedom, for yourself, for your family. In the next 10-15 minutes, I will show you exactly how you can benefit of the expansion of, pioneering in your own country. Is a project that I think will become massive and will get to millions and millions of members worldwide. Now, if we talk about the business, as a coincidence of not, I was studying marketing in the University of Economic Studies in Bucharest. And even 20 years ago, my friends, teachers were telling us that slowly, normal traditional marketing, like, commercials won't work that much anymore. And people more and more will start buying products or services based on the trust they have on people around them using those services, right? Or those projects or those products. Now, let's think even about the big companies. For example, Uber. Like in most countries, Uber is working all around the world. So when they launched in countries, they gave all kinds of promotions with referrals. So you use Uber, you have a referral link, you recommend Uber to some friends of yours, and you get some money or you get some free rides or so on and so forth. For example, in Europe, especially Central Eastern Europe, we have a fintech that is called Revolut. It's a card, right? And they have right now tens of millions of customers all around the world. And they gave referral links. You use the card, you give this card to your friends, and you can make, I don't know, 10, 20, 50 US dollars, right? For every friend you bring to the app, right? So obviously, my friends, this works. Even I order, for example, food from restaurants in Romania. We have all kinds of apps here, and they all give referrals for every member that you bring in the app. So why do they do it? Because it works. So what MWR Life realize is that instead of paying hundreds of millions of dollars in commercials, it's a lot smarter to pay people like yourself or myself to build communities of members around the world. And I will tell you, they're paying us amazingly well. Now, regarding the future of the company, I've been here for the last 15 years in the industry. Obviously, I know how to see exactly about the future that a company has. This is my third company in 15 years, right? And because I know how to do it, I do it with other companies. I'm getting paid as a consultant. When I saw the project after 5 years, first of all, I had multiple discussions with the founder, Mr. Yoni Ashurov, right? And I've made the research, my friends. I saw the Excels of the company, the money we're making. For example, we're right now about 130 million a year, right? And I've seen how much we pay for obviously, for the membership, for the loyalty programs, for the salaries, we have multiple offices all around the world. So obviously, I realized the sustainability of the company long term. Then, the company is already here for 13 years. We have survived the pandemic, which is a great marker, right? Great for the people who are in the business analytics. Obviously, you look at that. To study the future of a company, you study the past. So right now, we're open in most countries all around the world. We are legal in most countries all around the world. We have the travel licenses, my friends. So in the future, imagine right now we have about 500,000 members, so about 500,000 members that joined our club right now from all around the world in the last couple of years. But this is nothing, my friend. I mean, I believe with this platform, literally, we can put millions and millions of people worldwide. And I'll be transparent. I believe only myself, with our leaders, we can put millions of people worldwide with this app. And why am I telling you this? Because I've seen I know the travel industry, I know the network marketing industry, I know what is out there, right, in the travel industry. With the revolutionary AI, from which I know we are the only ones in the world that have a technology like this, with the loyalty program, right? With the fact that we have services with everything you can book in the travel industry right now, right? With the trips we have, with the contracts we have. Well, we have so many years in advance to all the industry right now, my friends. No matter what company will come right now, we're at least a few years in advance. So I believe that we are truly able to create a revolution in the travel industry in the next years ahead. Now, some of you are thinking like, what can I do here, my friends? So first of all, you need to understand the product. It's a product that maybe 80-90% of the people love, my friend. I'm a consultant for companies that use water filters, right? They promote water filters, they promote insurances, they promote, if I look only in my room right now, I have like 4 or 5 products, or they have, kitchen robots, and it's all kinds of products. Great by the way, health products, great companies with great products, but still, how do they work? They need to change people's behavior in order to sell their products or their services, right? Here, first of all, you don't need to convince anyone to go to Bora Bora. They already want to go there, my friends, right? They don't need convincing. And you don't need to convince them where they need to stay. For example, they want to go to Kempinski in Cancun. Perfect. They go to Kempinski in Cancun. You just show them an app in which they can save $700, like I showed you, only on one trip. So do you think people might be interested in this? Obviously, my friends. By the way, travel industry is one of the biggest industries in the world, more than $8 trillion. So in an industry like this, you might think like, Razvan, but what will be my benefit? It's very simple. The moment you refer members to Travel Advantage, you'll be paid for it. And when you enroll a VIP member, you get $20. When you enroll an elite member, you get $40. When you enroll a turbo member, you get about $80. It's very simple. The more members you enroll, the more money you'll make. Now, one of the most amazing marketing campaigns I have ever seen, I will show you in the next 10-20 seconds. So what did the club think about? What do people love? Well, they love traveling, obviously. And they would love travel at least once in a year with their families, right? So they thought, what if we can create a promotion where people can earn a free trip every year at a 4 or 5-star hotel for 2 people? So how does that sound, my friend? Just think about it. Earning at least one trip for free every year at a 4 or 5-star hotel with the person you love the most. Now, how does this work? If you are a member in the club and you sign up 3 members as long as these three members are active, which means they're paying the $120 membership monthly, you don't have to pay your membership anymore, but you have it self-financed, which means the club will pay it for you and you get the points every month that you can use on the platform. What does that mean? At the end of the year, if you have at least 3 active members, you have 1,440 US dollars in points if you're an elite member, or $2,880 in points if you're a turbo member, and you have that amazing free vacation in a 4 or 5-star hotel for you and the one you love, my friend. So is that amazing? For me, I thought it was unbelievable, but not just for myself. When I thought about the power of the expansion of this app, and just think about it. When people travel and they have an amazing time somewhere, what do, my friends? They talk to their friends, their families, right? It's the normal discussion. This is something that happens, in human consciousness around the world. So when you tell them, your friends, look, I've been to Cancun and I've had some amazing activities there. You had a trip of a lifetime. I stayed at Camp Pisky, and they ask you, like, how much did you pay? Like, I paid about $1,700. And the price on booking.com, it was about $2,600, right? And they're like, you saved $700 on one trip? Like, yeah. And how did you do that? Look, I'm using this app, right? I have it on my phone, Travel Advantage. You want to check it out? Like, obviously, show me. And when you show the people the app, obviously, they will want to do the same. They will want to have, not all of them, obviously, but many of them will want to have access to these services. So when you understand human behavior, you understand that you can build a community through the referrals, through the people that you signed up. A community can be started and created. How? Like, you sign up a few friends, and their friends talk to their friends, and their friends talk to their friends, right? Just like on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram. That's how you build community with hundreds or thousands of people in your network, right? So when you have 12 people in your community, not signed up by you personally, right? Signed up by the friends of your friends of your friends, the whole community, you start making about 300 US dollars every month. And by the way, this is passive income. In my home country, for example, this is half of a studio that you'll have and you get rent every month, right? Now, if this community gets more expanded, let's say from 12 people, you have 60 people in your community. Again, you don't need to bring 60 people by yourself. It's the friends of your friends of your friends, right? The whole community. You start making about 1,250 US dollars a month. And what is amazing about when you have 60 members in your team, my friend, in your community, is the company already starts paying you a car bonus. So if you want to change your car, you get $500 every month as long as you have at least 60 active members in your community. And you can buy a BMW, or you can buy a Mercedes, or you can buy an Audi, right? A new car. And they pay this money every month as long as you have these 60 members. So when I saw this, I mean, like, most people want to buy a car, right? They want to use it. I'm a fan of electric cars. For example, I just bought it recently. And because it's not an Audi, BMW, or Mercedes, I still get half of the money, and it's still awesome, right? I've been doing it for a while now. Now, what I will show you right now in the next 30 seconds, for the ones of you that are open right now to an opportunity, this is by far the most important slide. And as you will see here, is the kind of money you can make every month. And here I'm talking about cash money, my friends, right? Not, not points or whatever, money, right? Real money. And what you see on the right side is the estimated total income you can make every month. The company calculated it, depending on the number of members you have in your community. Now, I want you to understand, where do this money come from? So you'll build a community of members, right? People are happy, they pay the monthly fees, and the company, about 50% or more of the income they make from all the new enrollments and all the monthly fees, the subscriptions people are paying, they get back into commissions to the people that are building the communities. It's very simple. So what I want to invite you right now is to look on the right side of the screen and to think, but honestly think, about an amount of money that might be inspiring for you. And if you think about it and you say, look, if I would make this amount of money every month, I would get more freedom. Freedom for myself, freedom for my family, freedom for my passions, freedom for, I don't know, a new car, a new house, whatever you want to do, freedom for more trips. And I will give you like 5 seconds to look at that amount of money. Is that inspiring? For me, it was. I will tell you also mine. I want to be completely transparent. Now, if you want to look on the left side, you need to see how many members you need in your community so you make that amount of money monthly, right? And now, if there are 30 people, 120,000 of people, I just want you to ask yourself this question. Are there enough people in my country, 5,000, 120, 60, whatever, that would want to be in this travel platform so they have access to the services? For most of you, you can ask yourself, are these many people in my city, right? City or even neighborhood for some of you that would want to use this travel platform? Most probably the answer is yes, my friend. But even that, you don't need to enroll them just from your city, just from your country, or just from your continent. You can enroll them from all around the world. Now, as you see, for example, the person that signed me up in this project is at there, over 5,000 people, and she's making many tens of thousands every month, right? It's deeply inspiring. And I told you I will be transparent. I will show you also my personal example. So in the last community I've built in my previous travel company, which was very similar to what we are doing right now, I had around 100,000 members in my community, in my organization, worldwide. It started from Europe, it just expanded around the world. Now, what you see here is not the highest level, right? It's the medium level, right? We haven't put the next web slide because you'll scare a lot of people, but I'm just telling you for inspiration. So if I would have at least the same community I had in my previous company, which obviously I know how to do it, here I would make at least 500,000 every month. Obviously, 100,000 members, multiply the subscription, and you see where the money come from, right? It's tens of millions of dollars that we bring in the company. Now, obviously, I can do so many things with this money. We have an association in Romania. I'm working with high schools, trying to teach kids about personal development. I want to build a retreat center here, and I did at least a few $1 million. So you can do a lot of things with money, my friends. And I know we speak about money, but money is actually freedom. I believe we have a God-given freedom. And I'm just talking about financial freedom. I'm talking about spiritual freedom. I'm talking about mental freedom. But I'm also talking about financial freedom. And let's be honest, my friend, if you want to have a quality life, obviously you need to be financially free. Taking care of your health, your soul, your family, your kids, if you have kids, traveling and so on and so forth. Having, what is safe right now, our days, my friends? Look around the world. What jobs and what businesses are safe? I invested literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in, I had a gym, I've invested in crypto, hundreds of thousands of dollars, in real estate, right? And there is a risk there. Here, this is not the kind of concept where you sign up, you don't do anything, and you become a millionaire, right? We're not one of those things. We're not a scam, my friends. Here, everyone that makes money is based on the subscription, is based on the services. So what I want you to understand is that most of the people are there here with us are just members, right? They use the app, they have the subscription, they're very happy with the services, right? And they're just loyal customers, and it's awesome. So, and if you just see that, it's perfect. Just don't get trapped into what I'm saying right now, right? If you just want to be a member, and thank you for being with us. Some people don't necessarily see an advanced business, right? But they just talk to a few friends. Maybe they get that one trip for free a year, and that's beautiful. But there are also some people here with us, my friends, like some of the people that are here tonight with us. They saw it as an opportunity. And there are not people that don't do anything, right? There are people that are busy. I see here friends of mine that are entrepreneurs. I have friends that are lawyers, that are doctors. Some of them have kids. Some of them even have 3-4 kids. But they realize that if they invest a few hours a week here, besides the family, besides the businesses, besides the projects, besides their jobs, whatever they are doing, with a few hours a week, they can generate some serious amount of money, from a few $100s a month to thousands of dollars a month to tens of thousands to millions. It depends how far you see your involvement here in the months and years ahead. Now, I just told you this as an inspiration. I don't know in what stage you are right now in your life, but what if this can be an opportunity for you, just like it was for me and for Alexandra you met earlier, and for some of my friends you'll meet in a few minutes, and for the people that are here. Now, this is the amount of money you can make. I also showed you the last website. I told you I don't want to scare you, but I want to inspire you, right? At the last team here, you need about 110,000 people in your organization, and you can make up to $1 million a month, my friends. Depends how much you want to get involved here. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are asking, Razvan, how will this work for me? So we work basically as a franchise. The only difference is that you don't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars like in a Starbucks or, I don't know, McDonald's franchise. Here it's $100 a year, right? And what do you get for this money? Basically, you build your own travel advantage and MW Life website. It will be, for example, like alexandragrigore.mwrlife.com. Please don't join her, just if she invited you. I'm just giving you an example, right? So basically, through your referral link, You'll be able to sign up members in your community. The business center will show exactly, it's like a modern CRM that shows you exactly how many members you have in your team, how big is your community, what is the turnover. They just calculate the amount of money you can make every month. They send you the money either daily or weekly or even monthly, depends on how you want it. They send you money in your own bank account, or you can join as a company if you want like that and have invoices, or they send you a MasterCard like this and they send you the money on your MasterCard, or in crypto, whatever. It's a modern project, you choose. Now, what is also amazing, first of all, we have modern funnels. It's a modern way to do your business, right? From your phone, my friends. And again, I told you, I invested literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in traditional business, right? When I hear about an investment with $100 a year, for me, for normal people, is still in 15 years, actually 20 years being an entrepreneur, is still the easiest way that I personally know to make serious amount of money without big experience, with $100 investment from a phone or from your laptop, my friends. And how do you do it? Obviously, you need to become a professional. And again, I told you, this is a get rich scheme. You sign up, you don't do anything, you become a millionaire. Obviously, you need to become a professional. But if you are willing to invest a few hours a week at least with us here, you'll get all the support, my friends. First of all, we have a modern system. We have a weekly presentation in my Romanian language, for example, in our home country. We have presentations like this in English, right? Like you see what we're doing right now. So you'll just invite your friends. They will see the project. We will show them. We will explain them, right? And you just build your community at the beginning. Then we have materials. We have trainings, right? We have trainings that will teach you exactly step by step how to do this business professionally. If you also want to become a presenter, for example, Saturday, we'll have also a presenter's training. So you'll know step by step exactly how do you present this project professionally. But even more than that, what is crucially important is that you'll get all the support you'll need, not just from ourselves as leaders, but also from the person that invited you here tonight. Probably you know them. They are your friends, your partners, your colleagues. You met them somewhere. So obviously, if they invited you, they're here. They trust the project. They met us. They saw us. They saw the vision of the project. They believe it can be something beneficial for you too, either for the travel part or maybe for the business part also. So they will be next to you, my friends. You're not alone. You have us. You have them. You have the company. You have the system we have built. We are just looking for members. We are looking for partners. We are looking for brothers and sisters in which we can lock arms and just create a better world together. That's what we're doing here. Now, before we end, I just want to give you guys a vision. So I will start for the vision of my home country, right? Not to brag, but just to inspire you to realize how big this can become. So first of all, Romania is a country I would love. If you cut my veins, I'm all Romanian, right? Although I love all the world, I have many friends for around the world, but I'm very proud of being in my country. And why am I telling you this? Because we should be proud of honoring our ancestors, our values in our countries all around the world, my friends. And if we do it like that with our own countries, we can do like that with also other countries and communities and people and friends from different cultures, different religions from around the world. Now, Romania, is not a big economy, right? We're about 20 million people here. So I saw people here from UK, from maybe other countries, right? So imagine that in my home country, in my previous project, which I love and I respect with all my heart, I wouldn't be here, it wouldn't be for my previous project. But imagine that we put about 60, 70,000 members only from my country, my friends, right? And we did that with the technology since 2014. 2014. We're right now 12 years away in 2026, right? With all the modern technology of Travel Advantage, right? With the deals we have, with the loyalty program, with the AI, everything I showed you. I think only in my home country, I believe we can put about 100,000 members easily, my friends, in the next 5 to 10 years. Now, I want you to do the same with your own country, right? Just think about it. Can you find at least a few tens of thousands of members in your home country that would love to be part of a project like this with these prices, with these services? I would guess so. Now, if you are in bigger countries, I know I saw people from UK and some other countries, like my friends. Go home, and if you resonate it, make a prayer to God and say, hallelujah, right? Because in most of the countries, my friends, we're just officially open, we're legal there, but there are really like maybe tens of members, hundreds of members, some countries maybe a few thousand members. So basically you have the amazing opportunity of pioneering in your country and building a big community there. Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, was saying it's important to be at the right place at the right time, But also, my friends, it's important to realize to realize you are at the right place at the right time. So long story short, I want to give you this vision. This can become big in your country. This can become big all around the world. I believe we can have millions and millions of members. You have the access, obviously, to pioneer there and have an amazing community. Now, what I want to invite you personally is not just being a member in our community, but also to join us and to meet us at our next international event, my friends. So in April, many of us will be going to Antalya, to Turkey. So what will be happening to Turkey? It will be an international convention. It's called Elevate. First of all, it will be an amazing holiday, and I believe you deserve it, right? Turkey is one of the most beautiful places in Europe. You have access to some amazing prices, like literally for a 4 or 5 star hotel with a few €100, you can access for multiple nights, a gorgeous hotel, and you have all-inclusive services, and truly a beautiful trip. Now, the second part, which is the most important part, we want to invite you to our international convention. You'll have there thousands of people from around the world. You'll be able to meet our founder, Mr. Yoni Ashurov, our vice presidents, leaders from all around the world that already have a huge success. And basically what you'll get from this event, my friends, you'll get inspiration, you'll get strategy, you'll get motivation, right? You'll get step by step exactly what you will need to do in order to be successful here. You'll learn how to be a professional. So until this event, more especially after this event, you can build something really special in your country, in your city, and all around the world. So the trip, the trip is accessible, as I told you, but also the access to the event is, for me, it's a no-brainer, my friend. The whole convention is €160, and because I went to hundreds of seminars. For example, I spent $7,000-8,000 in one weekend with Tony Robbins, for example, or John Maxwell. I'm a certified trainer. I mean, when I see €160 for me, it's like, wow, what do you get in a weekend like this? Leadership skills, communication skills, right? Sales skills, family skills, spiritual insights that can truly change your life for the better. Now, there are people that have been with us that have been inspiring us. First of all, is our founder, Mr. Yuri Ashurov. You don't see you don't see him here on the website, but on the slides. But he's truly an amazing human being. We became friends, and first of all, he's a great businessman. But second of all, he's a great family man, my friends, right? And both of them, him, Ilian, I will tell you immediately about Ilian. They have families, they have multiple children, and you see from the way they act with their families, how they act with their community, right? Which is a second family, right? Ilian is our vice president. He's one of the number one users. Basically, he's like the right hand of our owner. He's a top basketball player, huge performance. Also, as I told you, he's a family man. He has 4 kids, a beautiful wife. And what I love about Ilian, about Yoni, like whenever I ask them about anything, my friends, 100% they were always there to support us, to understand us. And that's so important, when you work in a company like this, right? Being close to the founders and the vice president, knowing they have your back. And obviously you guys will have access to your leaders, and that's what they're doing, my friends. They are supporting us all around the world. Now, just to make a recap, and I also give you the surprise right now that I've been telling you. And by the way, if you stayed until now, I'll give you a round of applause. Congratulations. Right? It means you are here, you are serious, right? You want to do something beautiful for your life, for your family. Now, to make a recap, if you want to sign up as an elite member, the monthly subscription is $120, which become 120 points. The activation fee for Elite once in a life is also $120. And the business part, if you also want to do the business, is $100, the franchise for a year. Which means totally the subscription as an Elite and having the business is $340. And $120 become loyalty points. Now, if you want to become a turbo, it's extra $250. So total it's $590 if you want to have the business also. And excluding the business, you remember the money become 490 points. So it was anyway zero risk. Use the money for a trip. Now, I promised you the promotion. And with this, my friend, I believe in the next weeks we'll have so many members signing us up. You are truly blessed. And when you sign up right now as a turbo, and listen, this is magical, the company will give you 2 months of membership as a gift. I will repeat it. If you sign up right now as Turbo, you don't get just the 490 points. You get up to 970 points, close to 1,000 points, my friends, that you'll be able to use for yourself, for your family, in your future trips. So this promotion is limited. So if you like it, if you resonate it, I will recommend you from the bottom of my heart, go Turbo, because obviously it's worth it with all the services plus the awards you get right now in points. Now, we will end with a bonus fast start way to start your business. And this is an option, right? It's optional. You don't need to do it. But if you like performance and you want to start fast, I really recommend you to do it. So, how does the fast start bonus look like? Like, since the moment you joined, if you sign up 6 members in the first 3 weeks, if those members are elite members, you get about $720 cash. And if they are turbo members, you get $990 cash, which is close to $1,000. And if you think about it, if at least 3 of them remain members for 1 year, my friend, you also get, let's say you're a turbo, you also get the $2,880 in points, which you can use for a future trip, right? Obviously not a guarantee, but let's say if at least 3 of them remain members, you also make a super 4 or 5 star trip for free at the end of the year. So total, if you think about it, the perspective is about $4,000, right? The cash money plus, if they remember, is the trip for free at the end of the year. Just think about it, my friends. I don't know if you want to do it, but I think if you want to do it to give a few hours the next couple of weeks, I think it will be worth it. Now, we want to end with a vision. Now, what brought me here? After these last 6 years, not being in the industry, active, right? And I will be transparent, my friends. Whenever a company comes to my country, I get positions, I get money, I get crypto, I got everything. I always said no. And this time I really signed up as a normal member, right? Just like you signed up, I signed up, right? And the reason I did, because I saw the vision of this project, right? First of all, the owner is super in love with the community, right? When I spoke about him, everything was Razvan. It's about serving our customers, serving our clients. And if you think about it, my friend, just reflect on what we offer to members all around the world. We offer them this amazing chance, this platform where they can get all these beautiful vacations, my friends. And again, I see here my friend Nikolai. He went with me in Lapland. He will be sharing a few stories in a few couple of seconds, And we went there, my friends. And when you see people's joy, right? Some of them were literally crying right now. Some of them were for the first time in Lapland. Most of them, right? With their families, with their kids. Like they have so much fun. They were so grateful that we took them there, my friends. That's what you can bring people here. Like bringing them joy, bringing them a quality experience of life, traveling the world. And then you have access to this beautiful community. Obviously, you can travel by yourself, just use the app, but also, my friends, having access to a family like this with people that just, they're positive people, beautiful people, like-minded people, like-hearted people, right? With positive vibration, with great principles, great values. It's such a beauty. Every time I meet these people, it's such a beauty, my friends. And that's what we're creating. Maybe what religions cannot create and government cannot create. What if we build this beautiful international community, my friends, that we can support each other, love each other, work with each other? That's what we're doing. You'll see people from around the world in a few minutes here, right? And last but not least, I will end with this. People are looking for freedom. Mental freedom, spiritual freedom, but also financial freedom, my friends. Can we guarantee people will become financially free here? Obviously, no. I told you, it's not one of those things. But if you are serious about it, right? If you can give a few hours a week, right? With our support, building your skills, building your communication skills, going to our trainings, working with us, working with the people that invited you, you might be able to truly be financially free. Just like I became, I had thousands of people in my previous team that were financially free. And it works, my friends. We know it works. The only variable in this equation is you. Now, before we end it, I also want to introduce you to some great people. There are people that are here, people that are successful, that they have at least hundreds or thousands of people in their community. They travel with the company. They created a beautiful business here. I will ask them, please kindly to share their stories in maybe in 1-2 minutes. I will start with someone that I met at that event, and I'm inviting him specially in Brasov. He was one of my inspiration. He's from Greece originally, but he lives in Romania. And together with his wife, and this is a beautiful thing, building this concept with your husband, with your wife, with your spouse. It's amazing, my friends. And he's very successful. He's a great leader. He's a great trainer. And please, my dear friend Panos, if you can open your mic, your camera, please share a bit about your experience with MWR.
Hello, Razvan. Hello.
A big round of applause to Panos.
Hello, guys. How are you? So again, what to say more after your presentation? So congratulations. So speechless. I think the people that don't have even questions about the project is so simple. My story goes back to February 2025 when I decided to make a professional upgrade for my career. I'm 21 years in this industry, and I decided to do an upgrade. So I found this company. I discussed with the owner, with the vice president, Ilian, Nuno, and I saw their intention. I felt their intention. It's very important, the intention about serving people, serving customers. I agree with you, and Yoni speaks only about this, about serving people. So his idea to create Travel Advantage was something to impact millions of the people all around the world. That was the idea. And travel. When you're traveling, you don't have stress. You feel better. No, it's something wow when you are running from the everyday life to holidays. And our mission here with Razvan and the other leaders is to make this your everyday life, if it's possible. If you give the permission to become possible, because it's possible. So now something about the business. I am 21 years in this industry. 20 years before to join Travel Advantage, MWR Life, I never left a presentation, Razvan, without closing. I ask the questions, the correct questions, the very, very beautiful questions, to understand the people, to overcome the objections and everything, just to know yes or no. Now, my partners, and you can write on the chat, my team here, you can see that I make presentation, I finish the presentation, and I never close. Oh, why? Because it's crazy to try to close someone after this presentation. What to close? To close someone to go in Maldives with $1,000 and not with 2,000? To close someone that I will tell him put in a secret place $120 and someone will double your money? Need to close someone? Check Razvan, the Daniel Ploska.
Okay, let's mute. Someone is already in vacation. Sleeping on the airplane. Please unmute yourself, my brother.
so good your presentation,
Unbelievable.
Cut him off. That's good. That was really good, and we don't pay Daniel to do this. So you understand, guys, we don't have risk. This company eliminates the risk of failure. So the people, why don't start? Because they're afraid to out of the comfort zone. They're afraid of failure. So what we have here, the company eliminate the risk of failure. You saw already with loyalty points and with the loyalty program. So we are done. Now, with this marketing plan, with this compensation plan, with the systems, we don't left something in. If you are lucky, you can do it. If you have experience, you can do it. No, you use your resources. We use our know-how and we help you to do this. So don't worry if you don't have the knowledge. You can rent the knowledge from us. You can borrow the knowledge from us. Okay, so don't worry. I wish all of you to take advantage of this. Very, very, very good. It's the first time promotion what we have now with Turbo. It's the first time in the history of the company. Take advantage, because if you understand well, you can build a sustainable business for the next 90 days at least. So no stress, no pressure. How said Yoni? No stress, no pressure.
Thank you so much, my brother. A big round of applause for my friend Panos. Now I also want to introduce you to one of my dearest friends. We are friends for about 10 years. I'm very blessed to have him here with us. He signed up even without seeing a presentation. Probably he will tell you when I told him we are doing this. We've been together to Lambda. He's an amazing family man. He has 2 beautiful kids, a beautiful wife, great values. But also he's a very successful entrepreneur. He lives in Ireland. He has many projects there. He's building markets for people in their communities, Christmas markets, Easter markets, and he's just a huge value for the whole community of MWR. So my friend Nicolae, please, if you can open your mic, please share with us a bit of your story.
Thank you very much.
Good evening.
Thank you very much, brother. And I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful for you joining this club and making me just, without seeing the presentation, just asking you why you are doing this and aligning with that mission, with that vision that you told me 8th of September. So it's nearly 6 months now, will be 8th of March, since I joined this amazing project. So, this journey was a blessing. I cannot count the experiences that I already experienced in these few months without knowing anything about the project. The next day after I joined, I invited 4 friends in a Zoom call. Um, your sponsor, the person that invited you, presented for my guests. All of them joined in that night. 4 of them straight away. I got my free membership in the first week since I joined, and since then I experienced Lapland with you and another 7 families from Ireland, a great friend of mine. We had such an amazing experience. Even today, I was speaking with Aliona, and she says, Nikolai, it's 1 month almost from that time, and I'm still living with those emotions that we got there. And, then the saving I've done in Andorra, that I just came back, I saved in 8 days, 7 nights, we've been another 4 families in Andorra last week. We saved over 1,800 euros comparing to booking.com. That trip in booking.com was 3.7 grand. We paid 1.8 in our platform. So in the last 4 years, I was being able to do with my family 3, 4 trips a year. This year, I made a goal for 10. 3 of them are done this year. Three more are booked. So for me, it's just to think of 4 more. And in terms of the business side, I qualified for the car bonus in 2 months. I qualified for the fourth level, and I'm having a passive income that I would need to invest 100K in an apartment to receive this monthly income that I have now from this project, investing only 2 to 3 hours a day, maybe 2, 3 times a week. And and in this meantime, I was traveling, I was doing as well my businesses, I was creating the events, I was continuing with my import and distribution food project that I run already for last 5 years. And now we are organizing the Easter market on 29th of March. So I'm very blessed. We already, and I am glad that I am the person that launched the Irish market. And we have now, in the last few months, over 100 and something people here. And next weekend, I'm blessed. We have Lumi, the lady that have over 15,000 people in the team here in Ireland with us for 3, 4 days. And we're going to have an amazing training. We're gathering our community together. So it's just a blessing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, my friend. And last but not least, I want to introduce you to a very successful networker, a very successful leader. Vlad, he was number one leader in another network marketing company. He was deeply successful, made millions of dollars there, a great trainer, a great leader. He signed up again about 7, 8 months. He already has a big team. He's one of the most inspiring leaders also in our home country, doing presentations all the time and a great support for literally all the community. So Vlad, if you can open your mic, please share with us your story.
For sure, my friend. Thank you very much, Razvan. First of all, congratulations and thank you for this great presentation. We need an English presentation every week, and you are the one providing it for us. Thank you very much and congratulations. Thank you, all of you guys, for joining. It's a pleasure for me to be with you this evening. My name is Vlad Coste. As Razvan mentioned, I'm around 7 months within the company. I discovered the company last year in the summertime, and someone pushed me enough in order to start. Thanks to that person, I discovered this brilliant idea. I didn't need to test the product or the service in order to believe in it. I believe in the people that show me the idea. It was about Luminica, Razvan, and Alexandra. I believe in them and I started to share it immediately. I've got my first 3 friends in the first 24 hours. Since that moment, I didn't have to pay any of the membership from my pocket, but I enjoy a lot of points every month. And I just carry on doing it by believing in the service and the product. First time when I really tested, it was during the event. One of actually was the biggest event of the company last year in October, when I really seen the value of the membership and all the services that company is providing. Right after the event, we went for another holiday in Seychelles. I'm telling you guys, we saved $800 on one booking only in 1 week, and then I really understood again the benefits that we have as members and all the services that company is providing. I really love the business part, guys. As Nikolai said previously, I just realized this and I was thinking, okay, let me do the maths. In 5 to 6 months, I managed to create a passive income for myself equal to 2 3 apartments, renting 2 3 apartments here in Romania, and I've done that just in few months. Now, together with active income, I can say it's around double, triple a normal salary in Romania. It's not bad in just a few months. Of course, I want way much more than that, and I'm on the way to make it happen. But I will tell you one more thing which I like. Few days ago, I was having a physical meeting here in Cluj-Napoca on a coffee shop with some ladies, and while I was showing them the presentation, actually I'm not the one doing the presentation, is Ms. Luminica the one doing the presentation, because I'm just playing a video. It's very easy and everybody can do it after that. And watching us on the video, all of us, I realized in that moment, this is the job that I have, to go out with people, with friends, and show them a brilliant idea. Go for shopping, for coffee shops. This is literally brilliant. I don't have a schedule. I don't have a program. I don't have a specific place where I should be. I'm just going out, having coffees with my friends, with their friends, making new friends, connecting with people, and share this brilliant idea with other people, bringing smile to people's faces. I cannot wait for the next event. We will be thousands of members in Antalya in Turkey, and I'm waiting for that moment for all of us to enjoy. Guys, we are really creating an amazing community all around the world. We are not building a business, we are creating a community. Nice people, beautiful people that stick together, stay strong, and deliver this opportunity everywhere in the world. Thank you very much, guys. Amazing presentation. Have a great evening.
Thank you, Vlad. Thank you. What a nice energy. I'm very grateful to all of. Let me mute again so we don't have someone in the airplane. Ah, what a night. You see, we have fun, my friends. We are the example that everything is authentic, is spontaneous, and obviously you guys can realize that we're really enjoying this, right? It's not it's not something directed. It's not actually. I just texted most of my friends if they can join us. I saw them here, if they can share a bit a few stories on the impact this company had in their lives. But to end this with, obviously you can feel that we're happy and excited and we're really on to building something magical here. You could feel that in our energy, in the way you heard our stories. Now, from this moment on, this night is not about us, my friends. It's not about myself. It's not about Alexandra. It's not about Panos or Nikolai or Vlad. It's not even about the person that invited you. So you don't need to take a decision for us or for them. This is for you to feel if you resonate with it or not, my friends. And that's it. It's that simple, right? And if I guess 95 or more % of you remained until now, it means you felt something. Because if you'd be in the point of not resonating, probably you would not be here with us, right? So if you remained, you felt something. Now, this something that you felt can have two components, two options. Option number one is the fact that you feel something. Maybe you don't want to necessarily be involved in the business, but you saw it's a great club here, a great membership. You saw the value. Maybe you'll refer to a few people, but you don't necessarily want to get seriously involved in it. And that's perfect. If you just want to see the membership, thank you so much for being here with us. talk to the person that invited you, tell them what membership is best for you. Again, Panos told you, if you can take advantage of the turbo membership, obviously it's worth it, right? And welcome to our community. Now, option number 2 is that you felt something not just for the membership. Yes, you want to travel, you want to build more experience, but you felt that you need a change in your life, my friend. And in this place, it's about us having an honest conversation. In the point that you ask yourself, like, is there really room for improvement in your life? With the time you spend with your family, just like I have the same, right? I had the same questions with the impact you want to have, I don't know, with the freedom you want to have, with the, better car, better house. I don't know, maybe you want to, like myself, you want to build some associations, you want to help kids in other countries, whatever you want to do, right? So if this is the answer to the question, and the answer is yes, like, what if you would give, just like Nikolai, you heard he's taking time from his family, from his project, and he's investing here, just like all the people that you heard. What if this can work for you, my friends? Like, we're here to support you. Your leaders are here from your countries, the friends that invited you. But again, what I would recommend you from the bottom of my heart, don't go deep into analyzing it. Like, if you want to analyze it, talk to the friends that invite you. They will send you the links. You'll see everything I told you. Everything is obviously real. You'll see the services, but just don't go into the limitations we all have. Because sometimes, although we feel things and we feel they resonate well, we go into, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't know how to do it, I don't have the whatever. That we all go in these patterns. I want to think about this. Is the most I want to think about it. Razvan, let me digest it a bit. Like, come on, my friends, I have some yoga mats here. You'll go on a yoga mat, you'll light up some candles, and now you'll start meditating and praying about MWR. Now I want to think about it. Like, come on, my friend, it's a membership. It's $600. You're not investing in a real estate property. Like, how do you realize if it works? Like, sign up, test it. The friends will send you the referral link. That's how you'll check it. You'll see the prices, like you see it, and you realize it works. Now, regarding the business side, if you want to make time for something, you make time. Just like I made time with 4 or 5 projects that I developed. I told you about what I do. Nikolai found time. Alexandra, Vlad, Panos. They also have a family with kids. Like, if you want to do something, you do it. But then the last thing I want to inspire you on is, first of all, I had to ask myself the question, maybe you should ask yourself, like, how do I want my life to really look like? Forget about MWR, forget about this presentation, my friend. How do you want your life to look like? This is the question of questions. We have a limited time here on Earth, my friends. So if you ask yourself the question, like, that's what we all realize. We want to have fun, we want to make friends, we want to be free, right? We want to create an impact, we want to leave a legacy. That's what brought us here. So if you feel this is the question and this is the answer you give to yourself, like, just check it, see if it works for you. Give it a few months, give it a few years, and what if we will celebrate you at one of our next events? And the last thing I want to end with is, what if you can leave a legacy here, my friend? Because when you leave this planet, just like all of us, I lost my dad when I was 15. I realized we have a limited time here on Earth. And I was always wanted to be part of something that can change people's lives for the better. And just like you were invited here tonight with us, maybe you'll invite someone in the next couple of days and months. And maybe they will be like Nikolai, my dear brother. He said the kind of impact that a phone call had in his life, or you heard Vlad, Panos, Alexandra. That's the power you have in your hands with a phone call, giving this project, giving this information to someone. So if you feel you want to live a better life, but in the same time you feel you want to leave something behind as a legacy to your friends, your family, the ones around you, your countries, let's do something beautiful and big together, my friends. We thank you for being here with us. I get a big round of applause to everyone. We're grateful for you. We honor you. We bless your life. Even if you don't join us, Ronaldo, I just pray from the bottom of my heart you'll have an amazing life from now on. But if you feel you want more travel, more trips, more beautiful people, a beautiful community, more evolution, and yes, more money in your bank accounts, we welcome you to Travel Advantage and MWR Life. Have a beautiful evening. We'll see you soon next week. Bye-bye, my friends.